Hola, ¿cómo están? Soy Susi Moscatel. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos en este espacio de M2 y hoy tenemos algo fantástico. ¿Son fans ustedes de Kaylee Cuoco? Ya saben, Penny en The Big Bang Theory. Yo sí, pero mucho más desde que vi la primera temporada de The Flight Attendant, esta serie de HBO Max que ya tiene su segunda temporada a partir del 21, así que, híjole, Ivett Salgado platicó con ella, con los showrunners, que son básicamente los productores, con todo el mundo. Así que vamos a echarle un ojo a la historia de esta mujer que tiene serios problemas en la vida y formas más increíbles aún de resolverlos.
Thanks. It's a pleasure talking to you because the second season is amazing. And I wonder how it has been for you to develop a whole new career thanks to the flight attendant, and also how to create a new story when the first season was based on a book.
Yes. I mean, I did not expect this show to do what it has done. I don't think anyone could ever, you just hope to make a good show and you hope like a few people will like it. I found the book a handful of years ago and I can't believe we're even here talking about season 2. It's insane. But you know, I was nervous to do a season 2 because we were so happy with season 1. I was like, maybe we should just leave it and like move on. But this season is bigger and better than we even could have imagined, but anything I could have imagined. A lot of hard work was put into it, but the scope is it's just bigger. And I hope people like it as much as season 1.
Yeah, we love it. So how important, of course, how important is for you to be involved as a producer of the show and to be aware of everything that happens beyond the playing the main character?
Yes, very important. You know, this has been my baby since the beginning. I also felt very responsible in the sense that if it failed, I would be blamed. And if it did well, I'd be looked at in a different light. And so it was kind of a risk. But I had such an unbelievable team of people. And I learned a lot season 1, producing the show and acting in it. I kind of learned there are things I didn't need to do this year. I didn't need to have my hand in every single thing, especially because, you know, I was playing 5 Cassies. And so there was a lot of work that needed to be done as an actor. Yeah. And so I just kind of stepped back a little bit as a producer and focus on the work in front of the camera.
Just talk about Casey. Part of the evolution of this character is that she wants to change and cares about the people she loves. So how to portray an alcoholic woman who now wants to be sober, and what can you say about the new job in the CIA? That's amazing.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to make her alcoholic / sober journey as authentic as possible. You know, any person that's going through that, it's unique to them. No two people are alike in how they deal with sobriety or alcoholism. And so I had to have my take on how she was going to feel, how she was going to go through it. And she, you know, this season, she's kind of putting on a brave face and she's turning over a new leaf and acting like life is perfect. She has this AA sobriety thing down. She's a CIA asset, which I think for her, that's her high, that's her alcohol. I think she feels she's lost that excitement. And so being this asset, which we make very clear, you know, she is not a CIA agent. She's a very, very low on the CIA totem pole. And she has to they have to remind her of that, like stop overstepping, but it is her high. And we also find out very quickly that she is not doing as well as she is pretending to be.
What is the main challenge of doing the second season and created a whole new story for these characters?
Well, we always knew from the very beginning that if we were going to do more than one season, that each season would sort of stand alone as basically a new Cassie Bowden mystery. So we knew we needed to come up with a new thriller story, but we also knew we wanted to continue Cassie's journey towards sobriety, because it's not as simple as I just quit drinking. It's much more difficult. And we wanted to be as faithful to that kind of struggle as possible. So that was sort of our launching point into the second season.
So how difficult is to handle the genres? How difficult is to build a story with this twist between the real and the fictional?
I mean, I think it was fun. You know, it wasn't difficult because we were able to get into Cassie's head in this mind palace that Steve created in season 1. And what's so fun about Cassie in season 2 in the mind palace is we get to see all of these different Cassies. So it was really an exciting discovery for season 2 to have these multiple Cassies.
Right. And as showrunners, how important is for you to show characters that have a correct representation on screen?
I think it's tremendously important. For our show, we want both representation in front of the camera and behind the camera. So it's in the writer's room, it's in the crew, it's in the people that we interact with, it's in the cast. Because, you know, the world is a colorful place, and it's really, really easy to fall into, this is a show full of white people. So we're conscious of it, and we're very excited about the caliber of actors that we have on the show.
And we were really excited this year to add 2 Latin characters, which is JJ Soria as Diaz's and Callie Hernandez as a sort of mercenary couple on Cassie's trail.
And we are living in a global world. So how to manage all the popularity because everything is fast. So how to handle that?
I mean, I think part of the popularity of the show is how big and how international it is, and being able to like pop around and go to different places and experience like this exciting life of a flight attendant and now a CIA asset is kind of one of the, you know, funnest and best parts of the show.
And I do think that we were thrilled with the reception of the first season. Like, none of us expected the show to be as loved as it was. We were excited to try and do it again in season 2.
The first season was based on the book, but when you read the script for the second one, was it what you were expecting or imagining for your characters?
The first season was such a great story, and it was kind of hard to imagine how they were going to do the second one. And it was really nice to get the script, and you know, it was such a seamless transition from first to second that they brought these characters into a new place, new start, and I think it was a nice, fresh take of what's next for these guys. So it was a nice roller coaster for us as we were discovering it.
Yeah, of course. Sasha, what can you tell me about the Annie's journeys in season 2? Because in the first few episodes, besides her friendship with Casey and her relation with Max, she's looking for new opportunities. So as an actor, how is to handle with those changes?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, Annie is sort of lost in every sense, in every way in her life. When we meet her in season 2, I think she doesn't really know how to move forward in her relationship. I think she doesn't know who she is in terms of what she wants to do with herself. And so I think we start out with just a pretty discombobulated Annie, and then throughout the season, given the circumstances she's thrown into, we see her finding her footing again.
Can you tell me about the evolution of your characters in this second season? Because what we saw with the end of the first one opens the door for these characters. What can you tell me now?
Griffin?
I will say for me, I had a big secret on season 1, and season 2, that secret, now the audience knows it. So I had to really dig into the fact that Shane is now working at the CIA. And now I think season 2, Shane is fighting for his own life, and Cassie is actually messing that up.
Yeah. What about you, Rosie?
For me, everyone found out what Megan was up to, becoming an international spy for the North Koreans. And, you know, everybody was saying, what's going to happen to Megan? What's going to happen to Megan? And, you know, so I think, you know, Megan is asking herself what's happening to Megan as well. And also what I really am happy about this season, and I spoke with the writers, I said, the scene, there's an exchange with her family. I said, it's not real. You know, when people make mistakes within a marriage, you know, it takes two. And I think that you should have that scene be about two married people, and her bond with her son was really, really touching. You know, it's heartbreaking. And I had to take all that in and, you know, and play that.
The success with Feel Good, what does it mean for you to join this story?
Well, it's so exciting. It's so different to anything I've ever done. And the scale of it is so intimidating and thrilling. And I was a fan of the show, and how expertly it walks that line between comedy and drama and can turn on a dime like that, which I think is very true to life.
So I'm not that as an actor, you're looking for intelligent stories with complex characters like this, and this is one of them. So how did you feel when you read the script and realized that it was what you were looking for?
Well, I felt that it was fun. It was a fun story. Like I said, again, so many twists and turns, and I was just, even as a reader, just really excited to get to the next episode with each script. So it really pulled the story really pulled.
I mean, I get really excited playing characters that are a little bit off and a little bit, I get to do some wacky stuff. So that's exciting for me, and just to get to do something so specifically, in the realm of dark comedy.
I'm very excited to be a part of such a successful project. And not only is it successful in terms of the product, but just the entire atmosphere and the environment. And I'm playing Benjamin. He's like a really straight guy. He's like really straight, narrow, disciplined, focused, but he's struggling to hold on to that discipline and focus as he gets closer to Cassie and involved with the case.
Así que ahí lo tienen. Como pueden ver, esto originalmente iba a ser una miniserie o una serie limitada, como le dicen, muy poquitos capítulos, pero le fue también con los Emmy, con los Globos de Oro, y de hecho el libro empezó a venderse tanto que decidieron seguir haciendo temporadas, porque no funciona. Esta mujer es extraordinariamente divertida y además, por cierto, productora ejecutiva. Así que segunda temporada de The Flight Attendant, vean la primera, está divertidísima. Gracias, Ivett Salgado, por estas maravillosas entrevistas. A todo el equipo de M2. Soy Susi Moscatel. Hasta la próxima.